All right. All right. We are just kind of getting right into it. Welcome back. We're just watching the new Planet of the Apes trailer.
Planet of the Apes trailer looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we're about to watch it again, just so we can
I think
share.
this is the 10th time I'm watching
Yeah,
it.
so we can share the excitement that's going on here. What you have to understand is that, here we go.
Is this it? Oh, I'm going to have to do this.
I see strange things. Memories. Not memories. New things.
I mean,
That concept's sick.
look at the
Ridiculous.
buildings.
Yeah.
Everything. That is
The symbol on his
Okay,
charm.
the little bullcrap right here.
That has to be the dam, correct?
I don't know if it's the exact dam. Because theirs is like on a beach. It could be. See, that's what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. That's a telescope. I think it was in LA over there. That's
Wow.
a little too perfect English for me, but it's okay.
But that's how they were talking in the first
I
one.
understand,
They kind
I
of had
understand.
that accent.
I understand.
All right, now let's
Is
turn
it
the sound
English?
off, and then we can just kind of scoot through it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's how the first one was. They had that little like royalish kind of sound.
Okay, but one thing I want to tell you is that, okay, when I found out, because I recently just rewatched like the Mark Wahlberg 2001,
Yes,
and then the second,
because that's what this one
the
is.
second
This one has
in the
some of
trilogy,
Mark
not the
Wahlberg.
Rise. What's after the Rise? The Dawn.
It's Dawn, then it's Rise.
No, it's Rise. That's Dawn.
No, it's Dawn, then it's Rise,
Dawn.
and then it's War.
Whatever it is, the middle one and then the last one when Caesar died. I rewatched those, and when Woody Harrelson in that part describes like and like says why the human race is going out because of
Yes.
that other gene that they start to catch that starts to make them like rabid, and they kind of just like
They lose their
those-
voice.
They lose the things that make them human, and when he said that, to know that that's what happens is just that's crazy.
Well, because the first one they can't speak.
I know,
The
but when
'60s. That's it's awesome that's why they can't talk.
But when he said that,
And that's her in the
referred
trailer.
when he said that, I referred back to that movie, and I was like, "Oh, that's right. That they can't talk. They're all like, rah, rah, rah," you know." And then
When
you-
he
and
spoke,
then you
they were
see,
like,
and then you see Woody Harrelson at the end where he couldn't speak, but he was alive, and you're like, "That's why the apes take over. Is because the humans just become retarded." I can't say that, but you know.
Well, yeah, the humans can't. Anybody that's even a survivor.
Yeah, that's what was shocking me so much. Is I was just like that when they connected that dot. That
Well,
was insane.
see, I didn't
because
connect-
that's what you saw here. Is they were back like that in the '60s.
That's her,
Charleston
little
Heston.
brown-haired her.
Yeah, that Charleston Heston one. That's like pretty much what you saw right there, is them capturing them up and.
See, I didn't connect the dots at all until you said it that last time, and I was like, "Oh, that first one, they can't speak." Like I thought that when I first saw it when I was younger, that like they didn't know how to speak, but they couldn't speak.
Because they lost that, they got like sick again. They like created that new gene,
And they even said it in that one though that they like her something about her vocal cords.
Yeah. So when because they're setting you up now for this one
Well, remember I told you that they're setting it up because we're gonna see that spaceship at some point.
in the trilogy, in this new trilogy.
Either the end in this new trilogy, either the end of the first one or the start of the second one, we're gonna see the little back in the time spaceship.
Well, they already said there was 3 of them
Mm-hmm.
coming out. They already said it was 3. So easily in that time frame, spaceships coming down.
And he has, what does he have? Blue eyes and like the thing, bright eyes. And he's like blue eyes.
Yeah, he calls them bright eyes, but remember, he gets hurt at first, and that's why he can't talk. And then his throat finally heals, and then it's when he's, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape." That's when his voice, like, that's the first time you hear his voice, and that's when they knew he could talk. And then he starts like writing everything down, like, let me write everything down, because of his voice being messed up. But I don't remember how his voice got messed up in the first one. I think he got shot, to be honest with you, and it kind of like that's like dinged off. But that trailer is phenomenal. To know that all the Avatar guys are the ones that are working on all of the
team, the
Yeah.
design team.
that the computer design is just ridiculous that that's coming from Avatar. And that's what I didn't even realize it until when I heard that. I knew right away that's why it looked so good.
That's why it looks amazing.
That first one was in 2011.
They had that same team. Team finished that movie, and they were like, let's do the next movie.
Yeah. So that's also like a huge plus. But I just
people think that like that's Cornelius. They're like, it's Cornelius.
I don't know if they can do that, because when they came out with the new trilogy, they kind of took the ideas from the 60s, and
it's the 60s one and the Wahlberg one.
And the Wahlberg 2001. So I think he took all of those ideas and tried to keep it as like home as he could, but sprinkled in a little bit more. So
well, it's just their story in the mix of those two movies.
Yeah.
It's that you can see, like
they
you
used
said,
some names and this and that, but when that doctor was like, memories.
Well, he's the doctor.
The doctor.
And he also, that symbol is the symbol.
That he does, yeah.
From James Franco's house.
But I wonder if that guy, the doctor, isn't like a descendant from the fucking big chimp. The big chimp that's always with Caesar.
It's possible.
What is it, Maurice? Maurice is his name. Yeah, Maurice. I wonder if it's like a descendant from him.
All right, we say it every time, but I can't get over it. When Caesar first met Maurice, and he was smart because he got all juiced up, and Maurice was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
Oh yeah, that's right. He goes,
he's like, "I'm already smart."
He came in and he like kind of looked at him like, "The fuck? You know what I'm talking about?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm in the circus. I already know what I'm fucking talking about.
I'm smart as just like you.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't even need the juice."
And then when he got the juice, he was like, because remember Maurice at the very end started talking. That third one started like saying some stuff. But what's crazy is Koba. Remember Koba in the first and second? He was talking a bunch. And then you listen to this. When I rewatched the second one where they're fighting over the dam, Rocket. Yeah. Remember Rocket in the third one? He's like, "Rocket's my boy."
Well, he's from the first one.
In the second one, Rocket is with his son, and that's the first one they shoot.
What do you mean?
The one with the dam, when the humans first come in contact with the apes again, they accidentally shoot one of the apes because one of the apes was like going kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And it was Caesar's son and it was Rocket's son, and Rocket's son got shot. Because when they rolled up on there, Caesar looked down and Rocket was like, "They shot my son," and it was like Rocket, and I was like,
and that's why he said, "I too know what it's like to lose a son."
Yes. Crazy. The way they're intertwining this is just unreal. I think it's just so sick how they're keeping the trilogy like another trilogy again. You know what I mean?
Well, what we say about this trilogy is, it's really hard to think of another trilogy where each movie is better than the last movie, and then the overall trilogy is just perfect.
Yeah.
People try to say Lord of the Rings, and I'm sorry, I think
no way.
I think the second one's maybe the best.
No way. You couldn't go Lord of the Rings. I don't know what you could do.
I don't think they get better after better. It's either that way or like that one or that one. Who gets better and better?
The trilogy thing is hard.
You could say the Avengers movies, but there's 4 of them, 3
can't.
part
You have to
2.
go based off of just straight trilogies. Because you can't get into the Star Wars bullshit either.
I'm sorry. I don't think any of them are really...
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't like... Terminator's too many. Predator, Aliens,
and
too
Terminator
many.
is still... The second one's the best.
Yeah.
People try to hate on Salvation, and I have no idea why.
I know. I was just watching some like guys on there shitting all over it.
On like his voice, and it's like, who cares? What are you doing? What is this?
Shut up.
What's happening?
Oh.
Back to the Future?
Back to the Future was on there, but no.
Because the third one's all Wild Western. Isn't it? And the third one all Wild Wild West?
Yeah. And it's really corny. Yeah, you couldn't name another better trilogy than those. And if this trilogy comes out, it might top them. It might top the first one. For real. Did you see that? That trailer looks ridiculous on what they're doing.
They can all speak perfectly.
Well, I don't think all of them can.
It has to be a couple hundred years
It
after.
better not be all of them just talking like...
But that's what it was.
I guess you're right. Fuck.
That's what it was in the Mark Wahlberg one. Every single ape could speak.
Memories.
See, I think that it's a couple hundred years after. Because those buildings are still standing. If it was thousands, they wouldn't be standing. That's what I'm thinking. Because what was C? It's about the show C, but it's about that 500, 600 years.
Okay, I could see that.
That movie does it real. I mean, that show does it real well.
But I don't know if it is. I bet you it's only like a 200 years, 150 years. Probably a couple lifetimes. I don't know. They had some shit going on in there. It looked really rotted down.
There was nothing left.
Yeah, maybe a couple hundred for sure.
But see, the
lights
lights
turned
turned
on.
The lights turned on in the
trailer.
In the trailer when he went into the whatever, which is
the dam.
The dam. The lights turned on, so it can't be 1,000 years.
Yeah, no. It's a couple. I'm telling you, it's only a couple hundred.
Okay, you're going with 200.
I'm literally gonna go.
I'm leaning towards 5.
If Caesar died and had his little tiny son there, right? I bet you it's that son, Cornelius.
It's Caesar's bloodline. Who's the main
Cornelius, right? His little tiny son, Cornelius.
Yes.
I think it's his grandson. Is what I think it is.
It's only one generation. That's like 60 years.
No, it's it's him. Then it's the dad. Then it's the little tiny baby.
They're monkeys. They live for like 40 years.
I know, and if that monkey that we're seeing right there is 30, well then shit, it's like 100 and something years.
30?
Well, you know what I'm talking about. Grandpa, then the dad, then the fucking babe. I would say it's only like 150 years.
Cornelius's grandson.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? But either way, I'm excited about it. It sucks that you have to wait so long for this thing to come out.
It's worth it, though.
But I hope they do the Avatar thing where they make all of them and just drop them like every year and a half or year instead of having to do it forever. Because remember, Avatar isn't coming out this December. Why?
I have no idea. When does it come out? What is it?
What are you doing,
Avatar?
Speedy Gonzalez?
Shmay the Schmatter?
It's all 8s. Yeah, well, I thought it was supposed
Everybody
to.
knows that now.
You know what I mean? Because last year they came out, right? Is it 2024? Jesus, don't even fucking play it.
Avatar 3.
25?
It was supposed to come out in December 24. COVID pushed off everything. It's 25.
Still? Put your fucking mask on. That's ridiculous. That's way too fucking long.
The filming's done.
Okay, press play.
It says the filming's done. It's just all the editing.
It's whack.
Well, when what's his name did
So that means this fucking Planet of the Apes they're not going to be until 2025.
Said in the middle of the year.
2025? Why'd you even do that to me right then?
What is it? 2022. It's two and a half
No,
years.
it's 23, but it's about to be 24.
Oh,
So it's like
about
a year and
to
a
be
half.
24.
So it's like a little over a year and a half. Still, fucking shit. Why'd you show it to me now?
Nothing was worse than when the Game of Thrones to the next Game of Thrones, when it was like, okay, we're waiting for what? And then we saw it and we were like, hey,
Thanks. 4 episodes. Yeah, I know. But the Planet of the Apes, I can't wait. I think the new trilogy is going to be ridiculous. I'm really excited about what it's going to be based upon how great the first 3 were. and how
there's
awesome
some
the
of my
story
favorite
was. Yeah, and
movies.
somehow how awesome the story was, and how it didn't get cheesy too much. I mean, it's fucking Planet of the Apes here, people, but it didn't get cheesy as too much. But I'd rather watch that than fucking some of those Star Wars. Oh, he says he wants a peanut butter jelly sandwich. What? No, I'm not gonna go faster, dog. I'm like the first couple, I'm like, and then every movie kept getting worse, and then you have the fish people, and I'm like, yo.
Well, we thought it was going to be Mandalorian. We were like, yes, finally. And then they did the whole.
Yeah, even the Mandalorian stuff, he's so cool in the whole aspect, but then they start fighting
I
these
couldn't watch
people that
Boba Fett.
watch like these like. Whoa.
I could. It was too much. I was fast forwarding through anything.
Somebody
I could.
desperately needed to teach him about TRT. If you're that old and you're planning on jumping back in, you were just like an old
He
man.
just
You
looked
looked
like
like
a
a
guy.
Turkish man at a bathhouse. Like,
Where's your towel?
like he looked like an old Turkish man at a bathhouse. I'm like, I was like, bro, put this guy on some TRT.
Well, because they put him in the little regener pod, and you're like, he's gonna come back. And
I'm
it was just
expecting
like,
a Captain America thing to step out. I'm not expecting some old Turkish man to be like, oh, I just got old Bailey.
just got
My
healed.
heels. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just was not, I was not feeling that whole thing. I'm sorry to get off subject or
All
whatever,
right, yeah,
but
sorry.
yeah, but that was, I couldn't do that. But Planet of the Apes, if you haven't seen the trailer, go see it. And if you haven't seen those first three movies,
Oh no, they're great.
yeah, they started in 2011, I think. I think the first one's Rise.
Is it Rise?
I'm fucking positive, dude. I
Rise
think
or
it's
Dawn?
I think it's Rise, Dawn, War.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So the Rise, Dawn, and War, you need to go watch awesome movies. Entertaining, a little sci-fi-ish. But other
But
than
how
that,
they bring you into it with the first one, how
Yeah.
him and James Franco's relationship, it really brings you in if you watch it all the way
I
through.
like that route way better than whatever they try to do in the 60s.
Well, not only that, but then
They got way
when we
too
just
out of hand.
rewatched the Mark Wahlberg one, and it was like, oh, whoa, this is how they started it out. I didn't realize
Those are
we're just
fucking,
shooting monkeys out into space.
yeah.
Huh.
And Mark, I'm so tired. I'm always tired, and everything. As soon as I show up, I'm always tired. I'm every single time you see him. Dog, we're just signing a paper here. That's yeah. So that one you have to watch because it keeps you with the story.
Well, everything else besides Mark Wahlberg
It's pretty decent.
is really good.
Yeah. Tim Roth. Whoa,
Tim Roth.
really good. Michael Clark Duncan.
Tim
Really
Roth
good.
couldn't have been any more of a monkey.
Yeah,
He's
that was
Andy,
cool.
he's
Yeah, that
Andy
was cool.
Serkis, who's the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
He was Andy Serkis.
Yeah, that was cool. I definitely agree. So I think my advice to everyone that hasn't seen the trailer, go see it. And if you haven't watched those first three, go watch them. Because when these movies drop in the next couple of years, they're going to be awesome.
Yeah, they're
and
great.
definitely worth watching.
All right, everybody. See you
Over and
later.
out.